It's like a pizza crunch without the batter. It's like the wood juice without the water. You'll never get the knickers I've had. What the fucking chance? Premeditated batter. Premeditated batter. So people, welcome to this episode of Premeditated Patter. You like how I done that there? See, for a new viewer that's maybe watching this, you might just seem like it's normal me introducing the episode if you're a recurring viewer, which you most likely are. If I've not got recurring viewers watching this, then you deserve to be strangled to death. I'm only joking. Just strangled to the point that you turn purple or something like that, because purple is a good shade. Same colour as my what? But I don't know why I done that wee intro, but I'm going to just start doing that so I sound more like a radio host. But just, I'll draw the line at that part where it's like 6 o'clock in the morning and the cunt on the radio has just got that annoying energy about them. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yes, it's 6 a.m. on Clyde 1. And you're just like, no the new, mate. No the new, I'm in a van. The van's manky. It's Monday, it's pissing the rain. I've got steel toe caps on. I've got calluses in my fucking board sacks. I've got cuz morning. I've got a fucking building site that I'm heading to. I've got a site induction. I hope the site induction lasts all day so I don't need to step foot in the site because I'm a ground worker and I'm an alcoholic with a gambling addiction. I've got a missus, but we don't talk. We've not spoken the past 4 years. I've got 2 veins. They're fat and manky and all, just like me, because I'm a fat, manky ground worker bastard. I'm at that point in my life, I've done this for so long, it's all I know. The grunting, the digging, the shoveling is all I know. I don't know anything else. I don't even know my times table. Look, so you can't even tell the time. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't want to be that annoying cunt in the radio when you're in that position and you're like, fuck off, mate. So, welcome to Premeditated Patter. But it has been a very eventful weekend for me. Let me start it off. I'll hit you with the juice. Usually they like to warm you up. They like to play with the clit a wee bit. They like to give you a starter before the main. "150 Years in Berlin," which is essentially a documentary that's focusing on all the stories that have occurred in Berlin over its years in operation, because you've got HMP Glasgow, there's been planning permission given to build a new jail in Glasgow. When they start it, I don't know. They've got the ground, that's as much as I know. But Berlin, it's shut, quite rightly so. It is a fucking shit pit dungeon shithole. And that's me being polite. I could go on, I could get the scheme thesaurus out, but is that dumb? If you've ever been in it, you can relate. If you've not been in it, stay away. But I basically got in touch. I was contacted by the production company and they asked me to go in and just share my experiences of Berlin. So I went along, filmed it, done like a 2.5 hour interview. So out of that 2.5 hours, there'll probably be about 2.5 seconds worth of airtime for me, but fuck it. It is what it is. See, the minute you do television, the minute you realise, the minute you've done it, it's done. Same with any kind of art. You're an artist of any form. The process, that is the beauty of it. That is the joy. It's the doing of the act. The minute it's done and put out to the world, wash your fucking hands of it, because it ceases to be yours and it ceases to be what you done it for. Ceases to be why you love the process. Because when you love the process, you'll further. It's that saying, the man who enjoys walking will travel further than the man who enjoys the destination. I fucking love that saying. I really do. Because when you focus in the end game, you invest in it. You're talking to a guy that's invested in a lot of end games. 99.9% of the time, the result you envision is fucking very, very far off the mark of the result that occurs. When you think this is going to be great, if it's a song, whatever, people are going to love this, that is usually the ones that kind of fall flat in their face. And I want to go as far to say fall flat in their face for everyone, but they don't live up to your expectations. However, the ones you don't have very high expectations of, think this is shite, this isn't a reflection of me, is this even me? People are going to slag me for this, yada yada yada. That turns out to be your best work, or the most widely received work by your peers or the public or whatever. End of the day, you get no control over the outcome of most of your decisions, especially when it comes to art. So, rather than worry about something that is out with your control, focus on what is within your control and develop a love for that. Because see me, I'm an addict for progression. I'm working on like a song or a podcast, when I'm watching something, I'm working on something, and there's times when I feel like, is this working? Is this meant to be happening? It's that way, that way, just that kind of, you're venturing into the unknown. If I use music, because that's where I feel this occurs often, I'll be working on a tune and I'm just like the pieces of the jigsaw just only joining up. Just not adding together. Just sort of, it's just no right as you're trying things. And then eventually, something clicks. Something, instrument you put in, a word you use, a chorus, a melody, something just works. And suddenly you hear it, and then you see it. Because once you hear it, you see the path ahead. Or you see the next step ahead, should I say. For me, that's what I love. That's what I've grown to love. It's the evolution of the arts. Because see, art, your art, my art, the individual's art, it will always evolve as long as you pursue it. As long as you followed your process, however your process works for you, it will always evolve. You try new things. Different things will interest you. Different things will inspire you. It's ever changing. And you as the artist, me as the artist, we mould to suit this ever changing environment. Once you put that art out there, it's like getting that dinghy just on the edge of the climb, pushing it. There's a current going. That dinghy's off. You can't go push the dinghy out and go, this dinghy's going to the other side. And then when the current pushes it all the way down to Greenock, going like, that'll be fucking right. I'm geeing up pushing out dinghies. Know what I mean? Every time I build a dinghy, what happens? The current takes it away. You don't get a choice of what fucking direction the current's going. That's up to the current. You can jump in and flap about. You fucking go down with the current. And that's what happens when you release your art into the ether that is the public domain. Ceases to become yours. And if it ceases to become yours, you should cease to give a fuck, which I have done. And see, when you realise that, you don't give a fuck what the reception is. You don't focus on what will bring the views, what you think might bring the views, what you think people might like. You start to focus on what do you like, what feels right, what is coming to the heart. See, when you start doing that, that's when you start creating your finest art. Your art is an expression of the soul. You are the translator. You are putting a spiritual energy into a human context. I had to think there. I think my fucking spirit must have been in the toilet having a wank there. Like, where the fuck were you there, mate? Nah, it's all about on camera. I'm doing the talking here. Fancy dropping as a line. But anyway, never mind fucking spiritual context and all that. I done the interview for the BBC. Good 2.5 hour interview, and that's another one ticked off the box. See for that guy, I've done 4.5 years in the jail. all in. I've done 4.5 years. Except from what famous gangster authors or people in that bracket, I've done very, very well off the back of being in the jail. I've made it work for me. And I'm not one of these people that glamorises crime. I'm not one of these people that was living this life, that I was a big time gangster or drug courier or whatever. Nothing like that. Being in the jail wasn't really a big part. I could have no mentioned being in the jail and still been doing what I'm doing. But the reason why I speak about being in the jail is because it's my story. And why I know the real reason why I actually started fucking being so open about being in the jail. I'm not ashamed about it. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. I've been in the jail. Can't change that. Some people are a bit. Been in the jail, is what it is. For me, I see the future. I see my own future. I see me as worldwide famous. I see it. It's happening. It's happening right now. Time is a man-made construct. Everything is happening at once. But the human interprets time in our own format, which is the time we know, past, present, future. So, to us, the future, happening right now. I'm a superstar, right? At some point, me being in prison is going to resurface. It's going to come out. So, rather than wait for somebody else to take ownership of my story, I owned it for the offset. I didn't glamorise it. I brought it up. I'm like that in person as well. I'm not one of these people like, it's 3:10 and I'm just at the jail. It's like you get the people that just can't wait to tell you they've been in the jail. It's like, I'll neither declare it, but I'll not deny it. It's like if somebody comes up, do you know so-and-so think the Gallagher, I was in the jail. It's like, maybe in that context, I would mention it if it comes into conversation. I'll not force it, but I'll not retract for it. Unless I'm talking to an absolute rocket that's been in the jail, or I say there's an absolute rocket speaking and they mention they've been in the jail, and there's a possibility I might have been in the jail with them at the same time as them, or with somebody to know. Some people I would just kind of avoid giving too much information because I do not want to grow the conversation. I don't want to fucking interact with them. I kind of want to get them to fuck. You know what I mean? They fucking idiots. You're just trying to get to fuck. So in that context, I maybe no mention it, but outside of that, I'm quite open about it. I'll be honest, I've done very well off the back of owning my story, been in the jail, I've been on TV, I've been on Channel 4 Banged Up briefly, done a lot of podcasts and stuff, I've got to do this BBC thing, I've done very, very well. So I give myself credit for doing well, no fucking getting the jail, obviously. But I had that, but I was also, on Friday night, I was invited along by the Soul Hub. Check them out, they're on Instagram, The Soul Hub. They invited me along to, it was described to me as a David Goggins style retreat. They had to challenge the mind and the body. So the idea was, what it was advertised, what it looked like to me was like a 10k hike. It was in Mugdock Country Park, that's just up the back of Mulgai. And it was at night, so it was between the hours of 10 PM and 1 AM. So it was like a midnight trek. You would go out, you would do this trek, and then you would meditate under the stars. So I was like, you know what, right up my street, love a bit of meditation, love a bit of outdoors, why not? So I went along, yeah. And we turned up, and it was to be led by Chloe Ferns. Shout out Chloe, she ran the event, she organised it, but it was led, apologies, it was led by a kind of drill sergeant, army instructor. He's like ex-army, the guy, his name's Ian, really lovely guy, before it. And basically the brief is when it was going to be like that, it was going to be a challenge where people were all kind of ages, different genders and different fitness levels. He had a woman there that actually just overcome cancer, which is fucking amazing. So when they described this at the start, right, we done like this, lit the fire, there was a big fire, we were all circled round it, and we established what's were positive and negative thing about ourselves and why we were here, what we were hoping to glean for the experience. For me, I'd say a positive is I'm able to push myself, I'm able to put my body to the grind, I can motivate myself in that manner. My negative is I can get in my own head if I'm not performing to the level I think I should be performing at, which pulls me down. The reason why I was there, I was just looking for something to gain that mental edge, to kind of overcome that mental barrier that I'd placed upon myself, essentially shatter my self-imposed limitations. So we went round in the circle and everybody basically said their why and why they were there, their positives and negatives. So they explained it to us, right, Ian, he was going to adopt the character. I say character as if he was acting, I feel as if he was very, very comfortable, so he's either a very good actor or he's a very good arsehole. Nah, I'm joking, no, he was brilliant, no, I'm more kidding. But he didn't say, he's like, look, when this starts, I'm going to be brutal to you. If you're falling behind, I'm going to be shouting abuse at you. I'm going to be telling you, but that's what you need. You need something like that. It's good to get motivated in a sense where, right, oh, come on, can you do it? Come on. But it's like, get up, you're fucking embarrassing. There's a difference, you know what I mean? So, he explained that, he's like, it's no hard feelings, I'm going to be doing it every day, that's just what we do here, like, right, brilliant. Started off, done a bit of warming up and that kind of thing, stretching, and we set off, and the idea was, he would shout, right, march, and you'd go like a quick march, and then he'd say double time, and that would mean run. It kind of felt like an army exercise, right, at first. So first we're marching, we're doing double time, we're running and that, and I had a pair of boots, so they told us to bring a change of clothes, because there may be puddles, quote unquote. So basically saying we were going to get wet. Bring a change of clothes and bring like boots or trainers. So I brought a pair of boots I used to work working in the Clenny. This pair of steel toe cap, you got fucking these big massive things. Because I thought we were going to walk. So we started after going through the woods. We had head torches because it was pitch black, and we're marching, we're walking, and then he's getting us to stop and we're doing planks. We're doing, getting in the push-up position, and he's going down, down, staying down, up, up, stuff like that. So at the start it was quite demanding. We were powering through, then we got to the first checkpoint, and basically got there and he was like, right, this is your opportunity. If you want to leave, you want to stop right now, you can leave. There's a car that will take you right back to the camp as such. But he's like, you'll be going back, you'll be disappointed in yourself. And not one person got in the motors. Some people put their bags in, and nobody got in. So they had us doing stuff like picking up their bags, squatting down, holding the bags up. And then at one point they go, right, they stood us all in a line and said the tallest at the one end, smallest at the other. And like that, the person, you're going to pick the person in your left up and stand with him. So I had this guy, so I'm the tallest there in mine, so I've got the second tallest guy next to me. So I'm like, oof, up, held him. This guy dodged out. I'm not holding that against him. I'm just saying. But I was committed to it, because as I say, I was wanting to break past the limitations. Because I watch a lot of David Goggins, man, and see when they talk about how when you feel you're at the point of exhaustion, you're only really using 40% of your capacity. That's so true. See that ability to push yourself. It's like your mind will give up before your body does. So you need to strengthen that mind. Doing this challenge, and I say challenge with big fuck off capital letters because it was a challenge, it certainly helped me develop that inner resilience that I knew I could push myself there. So we led from that point, and they took us to like this wee river, and we walked through the river. So I had these boots on, so immediately these boots filled up with water, and it ended up, I think you must have added on a kilo to each foot. And see me, I can get in my head. I went in the gym that morning, so I'm running, I'm trying to keep up with the drill instructor because I'm wanting to be at the front, because I'm wanting to make a point and all that kind of stuff. In my head I'm like, I've been at the gym today already, I'll be blowing in my arse. Oh, I'm going to be fucked. I'll fall behind soon. I'm doing already now, but I'll fall behind. Just getting in my head, because that's the thing my head will do. See, when I'm feeling tired, my brain will try and give me excuses. It'll say, been training a lot this week, mate, that's how you're fucked. oh, well, maybe you're just not getting this, or you drink too much coffee, so your heart's racing, so you're not taking in too much breath. That's what it's like. And then, see if I do well, my head's like that. If I do a good workout where I'm feel dynamite, brain's like, oh, well, that's because you get 8 hours of sleep last night, or it tries to give you these reasons, so it's never, no, you've done well because you fucking done well. You've done well, you've done enough, what you've done. So, all that way, running, I was battling myself. Because that's the thing, it's like, in any discipline, you're always fighting inside, and that does simplify the enemy, because see when you look at, oh, it's raining outside, oh, my feet are sore, oh, what, and I need to go to the gym, I need to go to work, oh, what, man, I need to get petrol, my motor's not working, I need to go. All these things, right, these are all external factors. What I know what they lead back to? What's the one common denominator in all these external factors? They all come from here. They all come from your nut. So forget all the outside things, because the outside is going to keep outsiding. And here is where it's residing. Fucking I'm on fire, mate. But that's true. See if you simplify the battle and go, wait, the enemy is such, or the battle I fight, the battle I face, isn't my motor fucking needing petrol, or my feet being sore, or my clay's being wet, or fucking rain. No, it's in here. It's your attitude. There's a quote I heard lately, and it spoke to me, and it said, life is 10% what happens to you, and 90% how you react to it. See, since I heard that quote, it's just, I've clutched onto it. Because see, for me, life was everything that happened to me, and it was all for the negative. Why is this happening to me? Why is this so, oh, how do they get this and I've got this? And see, since interpreting, just roll with the punches. Goes back to that thing I say about when you release a piece of art into the public domain, or the universe, however you want to call it, it ceases to be yours. I've no control over it, so I will not sacrifice any energy to it. Once you do that, man, it's liberating. So I go back to this run, this hike, this fucking ultra fucking ballsack marathon, man. No, it was honestly, it was one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life. But whilst I was doing that, it was like in the heat was where the battle was. Don't get me wrong, my legs were sore, my legs were heavy, my body was heavy, I was tired. But it was in the head, it was going, you've been to the gym a day, mate. Well, they're beating you. They've not been to the gym a day. That's how you're. I try to give myself excuses. Excuses are bullshit. Fuck them. They'll never serve you. The guy that made his dreams a reality never made his dreams a reality by using excuses. Know what I mean? They done it because they done it. See, the thing is, you and I, we're not only people that battle against our minds, making excuses or giving them a hard time or try to bring them down. Everybody does. That's the natural thing about being human. It's the way our leads work. But the thing is, see, when you think about that, I think the person that battles their mind every day and achieves, that's fucking admirable. Because you're already fighting against a force that's trying to push you back. So it's like a big fucking heavy auger, and you're trying to move it with your forehead. But doing this challenge, man, and there was points there just crawling on the mud, crawling through puddles, because what they were saying, they were like, immerse yourself, don't go away and think, I wish I'd done more. Like, they were making us run through puddles, get soaked, jump down in the ground, crawling through mud, crawling through puddles, and it was hard, it was exasperating. And that way we were getting in, Chloe, she was like shouting what mantras for us to shout back at ourselves. I am powerful. I am more than uncomfortable sensations. I am enough. I do enough. And see, repeating that back, it's like it empowers you. And then there was points we were getting to, like, there was a hill, and see, that's the thing, it was like, see, because it was pitch black, you had a heat toss area, and obviously mapped it out previously. So there was times we go to a hill, we're running up the hill, and Chloe shouting, this hill's life. It's all uphill, and it is. And that's where I felt myself, I was developing the mental, that mental push. Like, this is life. Life is a fucking uphill battle. There's times you give you moments, you'll get downhill now, but it's mainly uphill. Once you brace yourself for something like that, mentally, is you understand it. You understand that, see, these things, these challenges, it's an everyday practice. It's no you do it once and a one and done. It's never one and done. It's like going to the gym. You go to the gym once and that's you solid forever. Do you have a shower? Once I had a twice a day. Don't brush your teeth once. Go, I'll do me for a year. I'll be nuts, wouldn't I? Do you go to work one day and think that'll be your rent paid for the month? Unless you're a fucking big time fucking drug dealer. I doubt it, mate. So that's the thing. Whilst I was doing this challenge, I was on a journey in my mind. It was like a spiritual experience to a degree, because I was having to will it into myself, because there was times I felt like just dropping and stopping. Because we were going up hills at some point and it was slippy, it was rocky, and as I say, these boots, they were heavy, my legs were heavy, but I just kept pushing. I just kept it, and I was like, no, you're finishing this, because that's it, the pain, the discomfort, it's got a time limit on it. It always does. It doesn't last forever. You go to the gym, you do a hard workout, you know that workout's going to finish. I knew it was going to finish. I just had to get there. So there was a period that I think the full kind of exercise, hike, whatever you want to call it, part of that lasted maybe about an hour, just over an hour. So basically it was grueling. It was one of the most grueling things I've done, but the most beautiful experience I had. I think near the end of it, everybody had kind of formed this brotherhood, this solidarity, because anybody that's been in prison before, or through any kind of traumatic experience, I use prison because this is an example that I've experienced myself. You've been in prison before. If you've ever had a co-pilot, how close do you become to that co-pilot? If they're an alright cunt, if they're a smelly bastard, then you don't really. But if they're an alright cunt, right, you're dubbed up with them for a few months. You share an experience that not many people in the world will get to experience, because the two of yous are going through what is quite a very negative experience, prison. Regardless, we can say, well, do the crime, do the time. I'm not going to argue with that. If you break the law and the law has consequences which direct you to jail, you can't blame anybody but yourself. So I accept that. But at the end of the day, you're still having a negative experience, still in prison. You're another co-pilot, you share a lot of things with each other, you share the experience. You have an argument with a screw, you come back, you're the first person you tell. You have an argument on the phone with your bird, they're the first person you tell. You get a letter for your pals, you're buzzing about, you have a good visit, they're the first person you tell. They're the first person you share every circumstance in this experience. So if it's a period of even a week, 2 weeks, a month, it can be a short period of time. You share something with that person because you see them again in the future. So it might be in jail when you've been separated, or if it's outside of jail, and you see them, there's that wee thing, it's like, what's happening? It's like if you go on holiday with someone, you've shared that experience, you've grown a form of a bond. You can't really put words on it, it's just a wee kind of, what's happening here. So with the people that done this hike, this trek, we all kind of had that near the end. Because at that point, people were willing each other on. There was times people were willing me on, and at times I'm like, I'm on, let's do it, push it. Because you needed that, man. It's like we were all suffering. And that's the thing as well, they were calling that, they're pushing on us, they were saying, don't judge people. Because nobody's judging you. Like, don't look at it as if, oh, I'm falling behind, everybody's going to be talking about me, everybody's like, no, everybody's thinking about themselves in this. And yeah, because you've not got a minute to think about anybody else. Because you need to think, I need to get myself through this. And there's nothing more painful. What I've realised now, there's nothing more painful fucking path. I will drop deed before I stop. See, once you kind of come to that form, that level of acceptance, at that point you're committed. The body, the mind, they're like your mum and dad. When you say like you want to join the army, and what I really want to join the army for what can we say? He's old enough, and they're like, listen, it's what he wants to do enough. Well, I know. What can you say? You can't stop him. May as well support it. The minute you say I will die before I stop, you've not got a choice, body, mind. You want to shut down, mate. Knock yourself out, literally. But I'm no stopping, so fuck you if you want to, because I'm not. As soon as arms, it's like you get a gust of wind in yourselves, because your mind, your body, it's always your mind. Your mind is like, alright, he's not going to stop. There's nothing I can say that's going to stop this country moving. So I may as well try and get him to finish a wee bit quicker. So with that, you keep pushing. See that shit, see things like that, that will serve you in any fucking area, aspect of your life. You ever seen that meme? Oh, it's like memes, like a wee cartoon, I've seen it on social media. And it shows you there's two wee guys, like a pickaxe digging through a tunnel. And I think the caption was, never give up on your dreams, because you never know how close you might be. And one of the wee guys, and it showed the tunnel, there was this like big batch of diamonds. And the wee tap guy, he'd got to like an inch away from the diamonds, and he turned away and he was walking away as if he'd gave up. And the wee guy down the bottom, he was still hacking away. It's like, see, when whatever pursuit you're chasing, whether it's like an art, a career, a fitness pursuit, you will always feel the strongest desire to abandon it, to give up, when you are at the closest point to achieving that. And that's at the point you feel doubt. Is this really worth it? Why am I doing this? Is this working? You feel that pressure. That's the point you keep pushing. When the tide is at its strongest, you must swim harder. And see that? See, once you fucking get that and you're not, that's when you realise it's an indicator, it's a marker. See now, see whenever I'm working on something and it gets to that point where it's pushing really back, it's just, I feel that I'm full of doubt. I just feel like everything's going against it. See that as an indicator. Remind yourself, just stop, breathe. This is an indicator to keep pushing. It's a very, very useful tool to develop. You can implement that in any area of your life. But I go back to the trek, so we trudged it out, I don't know how long, I would say maybe about an hour, and we finally returned back to where we had the fire pit and we first congregated, and we go there and everybody's hugging each other, they're shaking hands, we're all getting 40s, we're all just like, thank fuck it's done. And they're like, right, we're going to head back up and get your stuff and get changed in 2 minutes, get fried, blah, brilliant, that, every met up. Then next thing you know, fucking bang, somebody let off. It was like, it felt like something like a grenade. It was like a bang. Somebody let off. Then next thing, the instructor's just shouting, go, 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 and they go. So next thing, you know, we're running again. This is like an hour into it when we think we're finished. We're running again into this bogging field. Like, they go down and crawl. We're doing it and we're crawling. That point, it's like, you're literally on, you feel like you're running on empty. You're tapping into the reserves of your mind, body and spirit. And I remember Chloe shouting, this is life, when you think it's easy, it's unpredictable. And that was the big thing with that. See, like having them shouting me things like that, it kind of, I would say it made it easier. It helped you understand why you're doing it, because sometimes you'll get that when somebody's really pushing you for a workout, you're just like, fuck you, man. I'm kind of like that with boxing and that, and somebody's just, they're obviously trying to teach me, but I'm learning the hard way. I'm just like, fuck you, man, just one of the days. That's how I felt. But then I went, wait a minute, this is fucking drilling something into me it's going to mean something. It means something. There's method to this madness. So we pushed it through, crawled, ran, and then, as I says, at the start, I told myself I wanted to be the first through the finish line. There was no finish line but in my head, because I wanted to, not that I wanted to beat everybody, I just wanted to prove to myself I could turn up and do good. I was in no competition with anybody else, just myself. Periods into it, during the runs and that, there was a group of us at the front. There was about 4 or 5 of us. May have been more, may have been less. Just at times it was a couple of us at the front for the most part. Sometimes I'd be at the front, sometimes I'd be like third, if you want to give it numbers. So about near the end of it, for the most part, I was like, there was a few people in front of me, but I was still up the kind of front pack. But when after the bag went off and then we were running, crawling again, we were heading back to the caravan park, where we'd all parked, the car park. And I noticed I was at the front, and I was like, I'm at the front, and I kind of marched. I was like, nobody's overtaking me. I could see the fence coming. I was like, nobody's overtaking me. And I go through, and it was just that wee thing. There was no competition. We all achieved. We all done great. But for me, I was like, I knew I could fucking do it. I just knew it. I knew I could do this. I felt like giving up. I felt like dropping. I felt like collapsing. I still done it. That's the thing. It's your mind. Your mind will give up before the body does. The body follows the mind. The mind does not follow the body. Get that in order. This hasn't got a fucking choice. So we get dried off. That wee lentil soup and that. It was sweet. Chocolate digestives. It was sweet. It was just sweet. It was just that way. I've done it. That sense of achievement, especially when you fucking you dug into the recesses of your soul to get it. It's incomparable. Sat in a fire and did like it was like a one hole breathing kind of ceremony. Meditated, man, and it was magical. And then we went about everybody and basically, how was your experience? It kind of felt like a recovery meeting or something, man. There was a few guys there in recovery, but it felt like that way we were all sharing back to it felt like the body of all. It felt like, and that's what it felt like, man. It was beautiful, man. So we finished at 2:30, 3 in the morning. I got home, got a shower, went in my bed at 4 in the morning, and I was due to be sparring at 8 in the morning. And I remember that's all I was thinking during the full thing. Oh, I'm going to be knackered for sparring tomorrow. That was another excuse I was giving myself all the way during that run. Sparring tomorrow, you're going to go and get leathered, man. Maybe I should just take the morning off and that. Just take it off, and then it's like, I realised that all the way through it, and I'm like, I've already fucking lost. I've already told myself I'm going to be tired before I even turned up to the gym. How fucking nuts is that? And that's a thing I've done quite a lot. Tell myself I'm going to be tired because I think I'll be tired. No, turning up, be like, I'm tired. I'm blowing my arse. It's like, no, I think I'll be tired. So that equates to I'm going to be tired. It's like strange. So see, when I finished the trek, well, mate, I was kind of like that to myself. Just try it. Turn up and see how you get on. Don't have any expectations, just turn up. So I woke up at 7, got a few sleep stretch, got a cold bath and that, and I was like, right, I'm having a good session. I'm getting in here and I'm fucking smashing cunts. It's happening. I'm good doing that, performing. I had that in my head. I went down, got warmed up in that, and honestly, God, to this date, in my existence as a human being, it has been the most best sparring session I've ever had in my life. Best I've ever performed in my life inside of a boxing ring. Hands down, without a doubt. I was moving, it was just the best I've moved as a boxer. It was brilliant. And that way, during the sparring, I wasn't going like, oh, I'm out of breath here, oh, I'm going to get done. It was like, I'm out of breath. I know what to do. Oh, I'm breathing heavy. I know how to handle this. Keep pushing. Breathe. You know what I mean? It's like I'd finally learned how to swim. And with that, I just realised it's on the heat. It's all in the nut. That is the greatest tool you will ever have at your disposal. It could be a weapon if you choose to make it that way. But as I say, I'm not naive enough to think, well, I've done that, so that's me set for life. I remember reading, I read it was an audiobook by Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was called Be Useful. And he says in it, try something every day that scares you. Something every day that scares you. Maybe just jumping in a cold bath or something, but try something every day that scares you. Or try something every day that challenges you. If you challenge yourself, you'll grow. And that's what I found myself doing. See, when I feel like I don't want to do something, just challenge yourself. One thing a day. You see yourself fucking grow leaps and bounds. So today, I've just returned from the open workout at Coliseum Boxing. And if you've been watching the TikTok live, I obviously looked shit up. Jasper looked shit. But you'll probably, if you've not seen the TikTok live, I'll upload some clips along with some commentary on my social medias. But really looking forward to the fight. I'm feeling sharp. I'm feeling fucking solid. And I'm feeling like I'm going to kill a man for Nidri. Poor Jasper. He's a nice guy. He's got a family. He's got a job he's working towards. And the 31st of March he's going to get put to sleep. And that's just the way it is. That is the dance we've agreed to. I mean, he's a nice guy. I said it with my last fight. We could be pals before it. We could be pals after it. But during it, we're enemies. I'm training to kill a man. That's who I am. And that's that mental fortitude. I've got a lot more work I want to implement into my life. But watching the open workout, shout out J. Carrigan McFarlane for being my coach, and Dylan McCormack, the Bird Miller, absolute shag champion, for helping me out, filming, just helping me train, helping me spar. I've got a really beautiful team behind me. It's a really beautiful time in my life. And beautiful in the sense where I'm realising I'm just unlocking the next level of life. I'm unlocking my potential. You know what I mean? I'm unlocking the best version of myself. It's like when you're playing SmackDown or Mortal Kombat, you're unlocking the character. You keep playing, and then you unlock the legacy character, the legend character. That's what I'm doing right now. And seeing you do it in real life, it fucking means something. So, I'm going to love yous and leave yous. Because that was quite a good note to finish on. It's quite a good podcast. Really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you enjoy your Sunday. But follow the Soul Hub on Instagram if you've got any questions about the trek we went on. They also do what's called water therapy. They do a lot of things beneficial for the mind, body and spirit. Don't take my word for it. Go and give them a follow, and if you want to find out more information about when their next event will be, drop them a message. Or if you don't want to drop them a message, drop me a message and I'll drop them a message, and then I'll let you know. But in the meantime, have a blessed Sunday, people. Like, subscribe, and don't give way. Catches!